You get in a scrape, all right? Damn, deputy. Hold still now. I can treat you, but it ain't gonna be pleasant. Hope you're ready. Okay, Ranger? I got a feeling this ain't the last I'll see of you.
You're out there a lot, right? In space?
If more and more people flock to the Freestar Collective, does that not just make it more like the United Colonies?
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. He's probably right.
Yes, you need me? Very good. What did you need? You do not need to ask me if you... I am not surprised. You know, of course, of our tumultuous history with the people of the settlement. The High Council worries that men... and it doesn't. So agents also... Until next time.
Not everyone gets to say they work at the Rock. I'm proud to be.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well, not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff. Nice, clean dock there.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the gaps with you. Forgot to check the math on a few equations. Nothing yet. Still pouring. Never regretted coming out of retirement. The eye's still looking. Oh, sorry. And the darkness gets... Jaw the words another time, then.
Captain. Sergeant Yumi, you will be scanned as you enter the...
Of course the United Colonies is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escape their notice. I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design. I'm thankful I think he... be trying to take too much. Literally. Yes? Still getting used to this place. Does not quite feel like home, but hopefully someday. Something for personal use or for sale? I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no? The stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
I too prefer custom alterations to the standard issue.
is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor immediately. Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Ready for touchdown.
Dad, do you think Solomon Cole would have liked me?
Sure. Everybody likes you, but
Do you think he would have liked you?
if you listen to your grandpa, Solomon Cole would have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
I have heard of Londinian. Anyone who has spent time in United Colonies space has, of course. Now I understand why the stories persist.
Best not to leave anything useful behind. Caves like this can be an excellent way to conceal the presence of an illegal operation. I should know. What does your scanner reveal?
inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit? You're heading to command. Far end of the compound.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like... Ah, then this must be the rest... Commander Hatum. No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you. As does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? Terramorphs, and plenty of them, outside our little sanctuary here, much of the planet is theirs. For that reason, we keep our trips into the city to a minimum. That also means our intel becomes largely historical once you go much beyond the defenses. It's also why I want to make sure I'm being crystal clear. The initial Terramorph outbreak that overran Londinium during the tail end of the colony war came as a complete shock. Waves of the creatures appeared out of nowhere, and the city was quickly overwhelmed. There were some attempts at evacuation, but Ve Victus decided more definitive action was merited. He ordered the spaceport to be bombed, ensuring no other halting the spread of the outbreak but leaving large sections in ruins, and the intervening 20 years have only made Londinium more hostile, not less. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field. No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done,
discovered.
Later. Right now, you've got important business. Let's get to business then, shall we? The cabinet sent me. They make sure you had the best tools for the task.
Give him one for me, all right? Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Don't go into the city much. Never for long. Too risky.
Yes, I am happy to help shoulder the load. All right, then. Did you need something? That is all? Very well. Your abilities are truly amazing.
codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander. Deploying lethal countermeasures.
Gear? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. But you don't need to worry about me. Then let's get... Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Shit. These things. They're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph controlling them.
Is that for selling labor or personal use?
Hostile detected.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot! Get down there and collect as many as you can.
How quickly can you get that done? need a moment to walk that off?
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
We've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. Leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Hello.
Did you need me? Until next time.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh, no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Aciles, we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite. No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible. Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus...
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea. Deploying alien life form.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach. But our group never... Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis. And the timing of that one. It couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet. These attacks, I think... It can't. At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we... They certainly were. But having this who could pull something like this off?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or...
Roger that. Kaiser?
The entrance is this way. Sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
Panel. Still unstoppable. Of all the things to survive.
Captain, I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning, priority exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning, emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. He destroyed this place. Killed these... He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep...
I sincerely hope you are not suggesting he was justified in his actions. I would not wish to associate with someone who felt he did the right thing.
A calculated loss. These soldiers for the rest of the galaxy. But it can't. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was, only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared. That's exactly right. Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
What is it? What have you got for me? Back to it then.
What is this, a new surprise? Let's see your market. Down.
Now some kind of signal. Raiders lighten up. I think you're due for some company.
You won't be leaving here alive.
The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures. I think I can know. I'm gonna need some help. There should be some radar equipment powered up now, bro. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there.
Down! Get down!
It's here! It's here! Hide! Do it now!
Run! Run now! Go!
Please. Please help.
Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
Look, it's working. They're attacking the anomaly. Percival, are you doing this?
Me. I'm just building out the frequency.
We freed them, and they're helping us.
I've still got more capacity. Get to the next stage.
We just want to be
No signal online.
It's working.
One more dish, and I should be able to shut it down completely.
Right behind.
That's good.
They're everywhere!
Why is it?
All around! Nowhere is safe!
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon. Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a... Ah, this place for. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like... That's putting it...
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime, New Atlantis.
Thank you, Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the camp. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might...
Is the city meant to inspire or intimidate? Perhaps it depends on your reason for being here.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Ugh. Fine. We'll wait here. Go on.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did did you find what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I think, after all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. Of course. Do I look so I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found? You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. Not about the attacks. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems and sealing away knowledge. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun them, just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. It was the only option at me. It's easy to judge now. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous event. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughters? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions and dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. Slow work. There are no heroes. goes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one. And we all... It's why I had Orleans reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. And look at the results. I know for... Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the... with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right. I'm simply looking... And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. Well, I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleans' role in the attacks to the cabinet. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orleans, after all. I do still have a long list of threats to the use. And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning or... So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. I only hope you'll see the same. Well, I do hope you'll keep the larger perspective.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yes, you need me? Is that it, then? What did you need? Of course, take your time. Is something amiss? I will watch your back.